Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and quick review of this Wisimusey Milk Frother. This is listed on Amazon for around $15. Seems to be a pretty new thing. I don't know if this is a really complete new kind of milk frothers, but it comes with a glass, so I found it really interesting to show you. I mean, in the past usually I've been buying just the milk frother without anything. Then my last milk frother came with a stand, yeah, which is not bad, and this one comes even with a glass, and it's not very expensive, but it comes in this cheap packaging. Yeah, don't expect any fancy packaging when you buy this thing. I'm a little bit shocked. I mean, shocked. Yeah, you can see this is what happens. At least it's not glass. I almost damaged the frother. The glass itself looks good. I was expecting more like a plastic. This thing is not a plastic. This thing is real glass. And here we have the frother. Yeah, it doesn't look too fancy, but I mean, it doesn't have to be a crazy thing. Simple thing. We have to add batteries. Batteries don't come with the whole thing. Then we have the tip here. This is crazy. It's really huge. I mean, large and long, but it looks like almost it's going out of this thing here. I've never seen that. This is insane. We almost have to push it back here, I think. The question is then, will it hold? Yeah, I think this is somehow dirt cheap. Have you ever seen something like that? Yeah, I don't know if this really will last for a long time inside. Maybe it was just a first time thing. So I'm going to clean this thing, of course, with some warm soap water. Then I fill it with milk. Here we have some indication how much to fill maximum, and then I'm going to show you if this really works more or less automatically. Yeah, I've been a little bit too fast. I wanted to show you two things actually before I want to really clean and test. Here's the first thing. That's the instructions manual. I hope I can show you that here. So here we are. I hope it's focusing nicely. So if you go to the highest resolution 1080p and put it on pause, maybe you have enough time to read everything, but there's not a lot. The instructions are not really good, I would say. It's definitely on the more on the bad side. There's not much information which you don't need. Maybe that you shouldn't heat up the milk above 60 degrees Celsius, otherwise it won't do anything. The best is if you're using cold milk, I think. Yeah, there's one thing regarding the battery. There's no description. I haven't found anything, not even in German, about the battery, how to put this thing in, and that's the reason why I wanted to show you that. So the best thing is to turn it around till you have this screw down here in the middle of these two batteries, and then I suggest to put the left one down with the plus and the right one up with the plus. So you have it here. You see the plus here on the right side, the minus on the left side. So why? I mean, you can't do this upright here because it would eliminate the power. They would eliminate each other actually. So it's like a serial construction here. So I would say this is the best thing to do, the plus on the right side, because then it's spinning in this direction and pushing this spring here into this wire. If you do this opposite, I mean, you could have the plus here and the minus here, then it would spin in the other direction. Probably it would push or pull out this thing here, this spring. So probably this is the better way. I'm definitely going with this thing here. It's actually pretty easy to close. It's no big deal. It's not hard to push or pull or anything. I mean, to rotate actually, it's really easy to do that. There's also not much protection regarding the water or milk. You have to be careful not to really dive this too deep into water, or like also with cleaning or so. So I have here some fresh milk, and I have really added new fresh batteries into this frother here, and I'm going to show you how this works without the milk. You can see it's totally off center. Yeah, maybe we can see that here a little bit more. it's totally not scented. I have seen some high quality frothers which are totally in scent. I mean, at least as long as you don't let it drop on the floor or so, but at the beginning some come really out totally in scent, and that makes sure that you have much higher speed. With this thing it's almost impossible to get up to really high speed, and especially with this thing here which is outside of this thing. Yeah, I pushed it back, but this thing really looks like dirt cheap, but we are going to try that here. Now I'm pushing here, and yeah, let's see what it does. Yeah, it does a little bit, but really not much. You can see here down here that it's totally off center, and that prevents that it gets up to speed. I mean, it did the job somehow. Now you can see it's getting more quiet. It's really into within thick foam here, and now yeah, there's not much going on here. I think everything is good, and we have the milk foam here inside. Yeah, we definitely have it. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit easier to see it down here, and when I pour it into this other glass here, you can see that there is some really nice milk foam, and the glass works really good. You can use that. Yeah, I would say the glass is really nice. The glass is actually the nicest part of the whole thing. Yeah, I'll go up a little bit that you can see the whole thing, but I mean, it works somehow. Yeah, you can see it's still totally off center, but the thing has not removed. I think since I have pushed it really back, I think it's staying. And also important that you have the right the plus and the minus, that it goes into the right direction, that it's actually pushing the spring inside, not outside. So yeah, I think it's working more or less. Really the nicest thing is the glass. Apart from that, yeah, can I give you a full recommendation of that? Yeah, it's really hard to say. Yeah, by the way, there's one more thing here. When I wanted to clean, opened that to check, took out the batteries, and I was getting a little bit closer. It started really smelling strong, like old dirt cheap electronic motors which we had like 40 years ago. I have never been smelling this in the past. I don't know where the smell is coming from, but I had this. I remember we had this like 40 years ago with these not brushless motors, but motors with brushes, and maybe that's the thing here where the strange smell is coming from. I don't like that. It smells somehow like burnt electric motor, so I'm not expecting a really long life duration out of this. I mean, I love the glass and it works somehow, but this looks really, yeah, somehow outdated. I don't like the design too much, and the result, yeah, I mean, it's okay, but it's not outstanding. So yeah, it's up to you to decide. I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing into the description down there anyway, so you can decide on your own what you want to do. I mean, I found it interesting. I wanted to show you that, so I still hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.